Hello YouTube and welcome back to Fire Gaming Project. So in today's video, I'm going to do an updated review for Kujou Sara. In my original review, I didn't actually use her in the video, I just talked about her. So I have completed her companionship to level 10 and I have been using her. I stopped using her now, but I was using her, and so this is a more updated review. I'm going to try to keep this brief because I just did one for Aloy and it ended up going a little bit longer than I intended. So I'm going to make sure I'm managing the time on this better. So yes, so long story
已
short, this
经见到
character
有
is
实现
good
永
because
恒，
she has the
这就
attack
是我的愿
buffs
望。
potential, and she pairs obviously really well with Raiden Shogun. So in this demonstration, she will be with Raiden Shogun. The child is only there because I need to break the shield of the Pyro Flower, and Zhongli is just there to do some shielding. Um, so let's get into it. But before we do, make sure you guys are subscribed, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and leave some comments and some questions. Do you guys like using her? Do you guys think that she's good for buffing or even for attacking? So to answer that question from my own self, I don't like using her. I'll be very honest. I mean, I like her burst. I don't really care so much for her E, and I definitely don't care to do her normal or her charge attacks. That's my opinion. Yeah. So let's get into it. So this is my build for her. Her crit rate is low because she's not going to be on the field. She's only there, for me, she's a quick swap. She comes in, she does her burst, she gets off the field. So I don't care if she quits or not. So then her crit damage is just there. I mean, based on her stats that I had on her artifacts, so 122. Energy is 130. She does need more energy though, because Inazuma characters all need energy. That's the theme of Inazuma actually, because of energy. Electro bonus 46. This could be higher, but we'll see. Weapons, I gave her the Amos bow. This is a duplicate. I didn't level up to 90 because I don't use her. But it's a duplicate. If you don't have this, you can give her the Hamayumi or any attack focused one because she scales off of that for her attack bonus that she gives to your characters or your team. And the other option is you could technically give her an energy recharge because she needs it. Okay, I would not bother giving her the Polar Star or Thundering Pulse. That's wasted on her. It's unless you love her. You could also consider maybe the Skyward Harp. Maybe if you like her enough, I wouldn't even bother giving her that. But I just had an extra Amos bow, just so happened, so it worked out. Um, if you do crit with her, you can consider the Blackcliff Warbow perhaps. If you do use her normal attacks, you can consider the Rust. If you are using her in elemental mastery and reaction based builds, then maybe the Stringless or the Windbloom Ode would be okay. And then otherwise, if you do like using her E, and you do try to use her to do the attack buffs for your team, then yes, the Sacrificial Bowl will be good because then she can do it twice, potentially, out of 80% of the time, of course, at R5. And if you want her to be more of a battery for, say, your Raiden Shogun or other Electro characters, or just characters in general, you can give her the Favonius Warbow, which will give her more energy. Um, yeah, and then this one will just be more extra energy if she can crit. So then you would have to kind of offset that by giving her more crit then to make sure that she can crit, basically at least minimum over 50%, preferably 60 or 70 to be more stable. Um, I just gave her the Amos bow, even though I don't actually use her for normal and charge attacks. So part of me is now thinking maybe whenever another bow character comes and they can use the Amos bow, I'm going to take it off of her and give it to them. So that's fine because it's not going to be wasted. I'm not going to refine this into the existing Amos bow I have on Ganyu now because I already leveled this to 80, so that's a waste of resources. So I'm not going to. I will just give this to somebody else then, possibly. Okay, artifacts. But for now, just so we're clear, for now we're keeping it on her because she does benefit from having a higher attack, etc. It's just I didn't level it to 90, right? She does because she gives you an attack bonus. Remember that. Okay, so for artifacts, hands down, her best in slot is the Emblem of Severed Fate. Unlike other characters, she's not that versatile in terms of taking other sets. Although you can make it work. You can give her like a broken set of two-piece emblem for the energy, and two-piece like Gladiator, two-piece Shimanawa for 18% attack percentage bonus, right? You can also I can see you giving her the Thundering Fury to give her like a two-piece set there too to give her electro damage bonus. I can see that too. I wouldn't bother with a four-piece Thundering Fury though, unless you use her a lot and you want to give her like thundering reactions and such like that. I don't think most people would. Like, see, here's just a four-piece set in there. It just increases the reactions for Electro, right? I don't know if you would use her that way. Yeah. Okay, so let's just quickly go over her pieces that I do have for her. Because she does benefit from attack, I gave her attack here, even though I don't use her that way. I gave her electro bonus here, and I gave her crit damage only because I have been unfortunate. I have not been able to get good crit rate pieces from the emblem set for her or for Raiden Shogun. I only got one crit rate in the whole time of farming that dungeon since it launched, and from 2.0 till now, and I have stopped farming it already. But I'm just saying, like for the whole period that I was farming it. I was not able to get a crit rate piece to this day. I've only gotten one, and it had crap stats. Okay, constellation wise, I did get her to C6. So basically, because I was pulling on the Raiden Shogun banner, obviously. So yeah, this is just reducing the cooldown. This one is leaving an extra crow feather, which is one of her E skill things, where it gives an extra 30% of its original damage, right? And her crow feathers are the things that give you the bonus. This is plus 3 levels. This one is um, let's see. Oh, it increases her alt when it shatters outwards. Like you know how her alt pulses outwards. Let's say it makes it pulse out more times basically. This is plus 3 levels, and then the last one is just that it increases the attack. Increase by has a crit damage increase as well. The characters who have had their attack increased will have their crit damage increased as well. Yeah. Okay, so talent wise, she does. Oh, so she's getting +1 level here because she's on a team with Child, whose passive gives everyone +1 level. But I've only given her 666. This is just plus three here because I got her to C6. I don't use her for her normal and charge attack, but for those of you who do use those, especially if you're using that for the purpose of buffing your team and for her, then yes, you can consider leveling this up further. The E is the one where it does buff. It gives you the attack bonus here, basically. So I can see that this is useful, but I just left it at 666 +3 levels, of course, because I'm C6. And this is the one where I feel is her majority of her damage. She's very similar, in my opinion, to Aloy. I would just quick swap her in and do her ult and quick swap her out, okay? Another point I want to bring up, similar to Aloy, is that she does share and use La Signora pieces, just like Raiden Shogun. And unfortunately for my Kujou Sara, because I don't like using her, I did not give her anything beyond level 6 because I would then have to spend the last Signora pieces, which are really rare right now, because she's the newest weekly boss, and kind of want to just save them up for future characters that I like instead. So I gave the majority of them all to Raiden Shogun. I've already done a double crown video of her recently, so do check that out. I haven't done a three crown one, a triple crown one yet, because I am not sure that I want to triple crown Raiden Shogun's normal attack. But regardless, these last Signora pieces, I didn't give them to Aloy. I also didn't give them to Kujou Sara. I don't even have Toma, so I don't have anyone to give them to right now, and I'm not planning to give them away. So I'm just gonna keep getting them every week and just hold on to them. Yeah. Okay, so this is the other one. Basically, the aim shot charge times will be decreased when it's under the crow cover state provided by her E, I believe. That's her E, right? Hang on. The talent's name. Yes, her E. And then oh, sorry, I went to the wrong menu. But anyway, okay, this one will just give her back a little bit more energy, which is good. And then this last one is just so that when she does expeditions, you can speed up the time. So now we have officially 5 characters in the whole game that can help speed up time when we do expeditions, which is great. And I did do an expeditions tips video way back early. So do check that out if you're interested. But basically, yeah, she's the only one representative from Inazuma that can speed up the time there. So I have her collecting money for me, basically gold. And then the other characters are I think was it if I can remember them? Chongyun, Keqing, Bennett, and Fischl. Yeah. Okay, so let's get to it. Okay, so I don't want to keep this too long. So we're gonna break the shield, and then I'm just gonna use her. So because she can't kill things on her own, so like I'm just gonna use the other characters to really benefit from that. Okay, so we're gonna quickly. So this is what you would do, and then sometimes she's inconsistent in terms of where she drops it. So that's why I prefer this one, right? And then like I don't care for doing this charge shot thing, but you can. I get that. You can definitely do it, right? It's fine, right? But realistically, her real purpose in life is really just to like help, my Raiden Shogun, buff her up and give her energy and electro resonance and all that stuff. Really, like on her own, like she has no other purpose, in my opinion, than to buff up the other characters. I mean, I did do the little thing. I didn't do it properly where, after you release this, like technically this is what buffs your characters, right? And then you'll see that it went up. Like, yeah, her attack is 2771 right now, right? Whereas if I let it, right now the little arrows are going up. So, if we go off of it, then it will be lower. 2, 2, 4, 3, right? So she still has her purposes, but I would just use her only for her ult because it's easier. I do find her clunky because of the fact that you would have to then do a charge shot, all of a sudden, just so you can do that, to give that. I don't, it's not my preference. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video or found it useful. I'm just being realistic of how I use her. I like her characterization and I like her design, of course. I just don't like using her clunkiness for that purpose. But I will still use her for like swapping in quick swaps, and she does do the attack buff, which is okay. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.